So the date is August 2024 and we Samsung users are still complaining about the same damn thing. Animations. Don't even look at iPhones, all you need to do is look at other Android phones out there. If you didn't know any better, you probably think that OnePlus or Xiaomi is bigger than Samsung just from looking at how refined and smooth that UI and animations are. Yes, One UI 6.1 and 6.1.1 has come a long way with the way the animations are, but it's still not on the same level as Samsung's main competitor, iOS. We're paying an arm and a leg to get the S24 Ultra, let alone the Fold 6, so at the very least Samsung, please refine the thing we use the most on a daily basis, animations. Now I really don't want to see any comments saying no one really cares about animations, I turn mine off, this, that and the other. Unless you're above the age of 50 or you're sensitive to animations, please stay out of this argument. Because I can assure you that 90% of the people that own such an expensive phone do not want to deal with microstutters or inconsistent animations on a day-to-day basis. Having said all this, what do we, the consumers, want to get on One UI 7? First of all, this can come as no surprise, improved and refined animations throughout the whole system. One UI 7 should bring an end on the hiccups and microstutters we see on Samsung phones but not any other Android phones. The user interface should also see a change with how it looks and how it feels. This means, for example, consistent background blur and minute details that other companies focus on. I've had my Galaxy S24 Ultra for months now and we've been promised a huge camera update for as long as I can remember. However, this update keeps getting pushed back further and further. I would have thought that it would come with Samsung's S24 Ultra's version of 6.1.1. but it doesn't look like it's happening. So my guess is if you're waiting for the camera update, wait for One UI 7. I won't lie to you, the battery on my S24 Ultra started off amazing, but right now, it ain't on the level as it was when I first got it. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great battery, but when you've been spoiled by getting 9 hours of screen on time to now getting between 6 and 7, you see where I'm coming from? So let's hope that One UI 7 can make me hit those numbers again. Now those are the things that we the consumers want to see on One UI 7. Better and consistent animations, an improved UI layout, the camera update and the battery life improvement. But what are we actually going to get? Well, you'll be glad to know that the system animation is the priority with the development of One UI 7. This has been confirmed by Ice Universe, a reputable source over on Twitter. I expected this to be the case because I know that even Samsung is feeling the pressure of having to catch up with the most basic animations. Their users aren't going to be patient forever and One UI 7 is basically Samsung's last chance to impress us. Just to be clear for everyone watching, the following features I'm going to mention have already been confirmed to be on One UI 7. Samsung's going to bring out their own version of the dynamic island, but it more resembles that of Oxygen and ColorOS. It's going to be an expansion of the already present call indicator, but this time it's going to have a lot more functionality and a lot more apps going to be able to take advantage of it. Live activities are finally coming to One UI 7 and I'm going to welcome it with open arms. For those that don't know, live activities is going to help you keep track of progress in different apps. For example, it's going to help you keep track of how long it's going to take your Uber driver to get to you or how long your Just Eat order is going to take. This will all be visible from a quick glance at your lock screen, not your home screen but your lock screen. This is exactly why this feature is so OP, because it basically just helps you keep track of different things without unlocking your phone. You can expect a new control center layout with different button designs and different button placements. Samsung's also planning to separate the notification panel from the control center, and in my humble opinion, this is the way forward. Pull down one side for your notifications and pull down the other side for your control panel. Simple as. Well, of course, this ain't gonna be a Samsung device without any form of customization. Yes, you're able to change this in the settings where you can get the notification panel and the control center in the same swipe. So don't stress if you don't like this feature. New and improved icons are coming to One UI 7, and from the initial leaks, it has a lot of people divided. Some say it's a blatant copy from iOS, but I personally don't think that is the case. Yes, Samsung has been getting ideas from Apple lately, but if you go all the way back to the TouchWiz days and compare the icons from back then to the leaked icons we have now, you notice something similar. The icons coming to One UI 7 are sort of a revamped / upgraded version of the icons we had in the touch these days. The quick access on your lock screen is also going to see some changes, but this ain't going to be anything major. It's basically just changing shape from a squircle to a full circle. As far as I'm concerned, there really isn't any like added functionality or benefits to it. For years now, users have been crying out for a vertical app drawer. It's meant to feel more premium and easy to use. I personally just use the search function to look for any app I'm looking for, but when I do use the horizontal app drawer, I don't really see it as anything inferior to a vertical one, which is exactly the reason why Samsung doesn't see it as such a big deal and isn't integrating it directly into One UI 7, but instead they're giving it as an option in good luck. Now this next one is a bit of a tricky one because I'm not really sure if it's a good or a bad thing. Battery health, yep. In One UI 7, you will now have the ability to check your battery health. For someone like me who likes everything at 100%, I don't think I'll ever check it unless I'm planning to sell the phone later on in the future. But I'm sure it's a welcome to change for most of you watching this video. But before I continue, if you're enjoying the video, please do let me know down below by hitting that like button. And whilst you're down there, hit that subscribe button as well to get similar Samsung content. Have you ever had an app that just bombards you with back-to-back notifications? A great example will be Snapchat recently. I don't know who at Snapchat thought it was a great idea to inform me of the most unnecessary notification, such as someone sending me a snap 2 weeks ago. Like, come on man, you actually reached a point where I got so fed up I had to turn off my Snapchat notifications, but this also meant that I missed some important snaps. Well, Samsung has came to my rescue and introduced a new feature called notification cooldown. This means that if an app sends you multiple back-to-back notifications through the day, the consecutive notification sounds gets lower and lower. Do you get what I mean? Now, you can already enable a feature called extra dim, but did you know Samsung has introduced something that is called extra dim? Yeah, now I'm not sure if it's actually called extra dim, but it actually lets your screen go a lot dimmer than it can previously. This is great if you're someone that's really sensitive to light late at night and you love scrolling through your phone. Adaptive vibration is also coming to our devices and is a lot cooler than you think. Adaptive vibration analyzes what's surrounding your devices in and calibrates the vibration motor depending on where your phone is. This means that if your phone is on a hard wooden table, it's going to vibrate a lot less than if your phone was on your bed, for example. Yeah, I don't know about you, but this is one of the features I'm the most excited about. Because my phone is never on loud, it's always on vibrate, and the amount of calls and notifications I've missed just from not hearing it vibrate properly, it's insane. An early indication of improved battery life in One UI 7 can already be seen in Android 15. Devices will now be able to enter doze mode 50% quicker, which will give you up to 3+ hours of extra battery life in standby mode. Doze mode is a mode your phone goes into when it detects inactivity from you. Ever wanted to screen share a certain app with someone but you didn't want them seeing your whole phone and all the little secrets you keep in there? Well, thanks Samsung and One UI 7, because partial screen sharing is now a thing. Partial screen sharing is exactly what it sounds like. You're able to share a certain app with someone without them being able to see your whole device. Satellite messaging will also be introduced to One UI 7, but devices like the S24 Ultra and older wouldn't be able to take advantage of this because, as said by Google, this feature is going to be limited due to hardware restraints. So I'm guessing the S25 Ultra is going to take full advantage of this and we're going to see it properly implemented with One UI 7.1. One-time passwords have been a method of secure authentication for the longest of time now, but it's not as secure as most people think. Now let's say you have a malware on your device without knowing and you get a one-time password. That malware can easily access your clipboard, get that one-time password that can lead them to sensitive information such as your banking details. But One UI 7 is going to introduce a new feature called sensitive notifications, which can help prevent malware from reading your one-time passwords. The phone is now going to be able to know whether the messages you receive is a one-time password or not and actually flag them as being a sensitive notification. And finally, to discourage theft, One UI 7 is going to bring out a new feature called theft detection lock. This means that now your phone is going to be able to detect if it's been snatched out of your hand and automatically lock itself. This means that even after the thief factory resets your device, it's still going to need your Google information for the device to be actually usable. Without your Google information, your stolen phone is practically useless. I find this a great deterrent to thieves because phone snatching in London is actually so bad right now. So after talking about all the features you're going to get in One UI 7, when can you actually be expected to get this update? Short answer, not anytime soon, but the long answer is the features from One UI 6.1.1 are yet to come to the S24 Ultra, and Samsung wants, and this One UI 7 is basically a major overhaul of One UI, so Samsung wants to take the sweet time with developing this and wants to give everyone a good first impression with the Beta 1 release, so it's not really coming anytime soon. There hasn't been any confirmed date given just yet, but my best bet is for you to wait a couple of months before you can actually see the official One UI 7. The phones expected to get the One UI 7 updates are the S21 series to the S24, the Fold 3 to the Fold 6, and the Flip 3 to the Flip 6. Now the question to you is, do you think Samsung is missing out on some features that desperately need adding to One UI 7? Or do you think Samsung is on point with all the features they're going to add? Let me know down in the comments. Feel free to watch any one of these videos here and here. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter, the link is going to be in the description. And I'll catch you in the next one.